Let us discuss about the topic Wi-Fi calling in this video. Although we have great growth in improving communication, there are still many places in the world where a good phone signal is hard to come by. Many of us have spent time in certain places where our phones just don't work, like a basement or some signal blocked signal locations. For people in such area, it is common to have to hold your arms out of the room just to message or to wait for a certain time at night to make some calls. That's where Wi-Fi calling can be used. When we are in a place with weak or no network coverage, we may be able to make and receive calls and text over a Wi-Fi network instead. What is Wi-Fi calling? Wi-Fi calling allows to make and receive calls, text and video calls over Wi-Fi network instead of using a cellular network. This is an inbuilt feature on most of the current smartphones. Apple and Android devices support Wi-Fi calling without using the phone service provider as the intermediator, and it provides a great result to achieve high quality calls inside. Making a Wi Fi calling on a phone is nothing new. The ability to make a call using a Wi Fi connection instead of the cellular one has been used for years. Skype is one of the oldest and most popular apps. Now, this facility is available in other apps like Facebook owned WhatsApp and Messenger, Apple iOS FaceTime, Google Android Duo, etc. All main cell phone carriers offer Wi Fi calling with support for the recent iPhones and Android phones. It is mainly used in the areas which is having weak carrier coverage. We can set it as a default way of placing a call. If we lose a phone signal, it will automatically switch to the Wi Fi calling. As this is an inbuilt service, we do not have to add any contact to the services. We will also have access to the existing phone book, and the others can receive the Wi Fi call without downloading a third party app. How does Wi Fi calling work? Wi Fi calls are made over voice over internet rather than voice over LTE network. For better understanding, apps like Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger also make calls through VoIP network, which is mostly Wi Fi calling, and this does not require a cellular network, which might not be available in some remote areas. Wi Fi calling works by reaching a carrier over the internet connection to establish a phone line. The advantages of Wi Fi calling are no additional charges are required for this service. This works just like normal calls made over the cellular network, and the charge applied to those calls will be applied to the Wi Fi calls too. Another advantage of Wi Fi calling is that data will be used from a Wi Fi, which means we do not have to worry about the LTE data being spent. It is simple and no need to install any app to make a call. How to enable Wi Fi calling on the phone? Wi Fi calling isn't automatically enabled on smartphones. Both iOS and Android devices support Wi Fi calling, and we need to enable the option to call through Wi Fi. Once it is enabled, we can make calls through Wi Fi when the signals are not available, and this will happen automatically. To activate Wi Fi calling on Android phones, previously we find the Wi Fi settings under Settings, Network Internet, Mobile Network, Advanced Option, Wi Fi calling. Then here we have to toggle on the Wi Fi calling. But nowadays we have a direct option for Wi Fi calling, as it depends on the Android your device is using. That is, from Settings option, we can directly toggle the Wi Fi calling. To activate the Wi Fi calling on iPhones, go to the Settings, Cellular option. Here we will find the Wi-Fi calling option and then toggle on the Wi-Fi calling on the phone. Once it is enabled, if we are in a place with weak or no network coverage, we may able to make and receive calls and text over a Wi-Fi network instead. Thank you for watching the video. For more details, please visit our website or mail to us.